What is good, Fin Nation? What's good? It's your boy Reason. We are back here for another one. Hey, we're just going to get right into it. I know everyone's feeling away. We've already got people loading up in the back. Dolphins obviously lose 27-15. Listen, I just said this online on Twitter. I'll say it to you. We can beat the Jets with Skyler and with Teddy. I think we would have won tonight with a healthy Uno. Main priority right now is that Tua gets healthy. That's what the main priority is right now. All the latest updates, we'll have them. I'm going to, as we, get going here, I'm going to, cut to the Miami Dolphins when they start getting the post game, when the presser starts going, the post game media availability. We will be we'll be talking about that too. So anyways, Pyro, Mark, Bill Soccer, Robert, Jan, Zookeeper, what's going on,
what's
guys?
up, bro?
Hey guys, hey, coming from a Bills perspective, I really hope Tua is okay. It's just a terrible thing to see happen, and I'm glad he's leaving the hospital and going home with the team tonight. That's a really good sign.
Dude, you guys have a bunch of classy individuals in your fan base who have been donating to the Tua Foundation all night.
Well, that's
the
a
Bills
good
Reddit
thing. I mean,
started it. The Bills Reddit started it.
I understand that
happy to hear that.
there was some Bills fans that were making a bunch of negative comments on Twitter, which was thoroughly disgusting.
Yeah. Oh, dude, apparently a guy, King of Finland, said when he was leaving the stadium tonight, Bengals fans told him, go back to your underwater city.
Oh, please.
Like, this guy by a hurricane. Like, the classlessness, man. Like, ridiculous. So, hey, man, that's...
you never, obviously I'm not rooting for the Dolphins, but
yeah, for sure.
I don't like to see an injury happen. And to be honest with you, I think if Tua plays, you win the game tonight. The way I saw
yeah. And I'll say this. Do I ever want... Listen, I hate the Buffalo Bills. They're the number one team. Them and the Philadelphia Flyers are the two teams I despise the most in sports. But do I want to see Josh Allen get hurt? No, because I'm a football fan. I want to see great football players play the game. I want to... When I tune in, I want to watch the best play. I ain't trying to watch second and third stringers have to fill in because let's be honest, and rightfully so. Like, Waddle looked like he was in tears. That thing deflated the whole team. And I know we had that one drive where we punched it in, but for the most part, Teddy was he's not it, man. He is just... Now, I do think we can beat the Jets with them. A week of game planning and installs with them, I think we can beat the Jets. But that Minnesota game, because I don't think Tua is going to be back for a little bit here. I don't think this is going to be...
I don't expect to see
he's going to go on IR, and I think there's now going to be more. Now,
we're going to lose draft. I got a feeling we're going to lose draft picks, eh?
More? Like,
I don't know what you guys think, but do you think he should have played tonight? I don't think he should have played tonight.
I believed him. Hey, listen, I believed him about his back. I talked directly to his trainer. His trainer told me he was golden because I guess he told his trainer the back too. When you look at, listen, there's a guy I follow on Twitter. All of you football fans should. His name is Dr. Chow. You can search him at Pro Football Doc. He was a doctor for like 14 years for the San Diego Chargers when they were in San Diego. And he's convinced he was concussed last week. And he's convinced that he said, yeah, he could have hurt his back as well. For sure. He could have hurt his back as well last week, 110%, but he's clearly had his bell rung. What he believes is that this is second impact injury. And what that means is it's going to take a little bit more time to heal. And I listen, Dolphins and Penguins are my life. I've been through this with Sidney Crosby. We lost almost 2.5 years of Sidney Crosby's career because of concussions. And it actually ended up being something in his spine that what's it called? Not a masseuse, but what do you call it? Yeah, chiropractor found. Exactly. That a chiropractor found something in between his vertebrae, fixed it, and then he's been okay ever since. You just never know with this stuff,
coming from the Buffalo side, we went through this with Jack Eichel.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, when Tua was done on the field, my stomach literally
fingers, bro.
Just man, it
I
was
was
scary.
not happy.
The fingers.
Yeah, I got bummed out, bro.
They bummed out.
I still am.
I mean, and then of course Cincinnati gets the ball. The Dolphins missed the field goal, and Cincinnati gets the ball back. Xavier gets beat on the touchdown, and it seemed like the life just went out of from that 5-minute period. And
you didn't even really feel like we got the life back in the offense after we scored that touchdown. You didn't even really like the defense. I got to give credit to the defense. That run defense tonight was fantastic.
It really was.
Yeah, man.
And
I thought Boyer called a pretty good game. I mean, I liked what he was doing. Doubling up. They had to pick their poison basically.
Yeah.
With the 3 wide receivers, but I think they did a damn good job, and it just kind of came apart at the end. And I think there was something that they did too. They stopped doing what they were doing. They went back to more of a zone when they were up 15-14. I don't quite understand what was happening with that.
The one thing too is like, listen, they started putting up those points and getting yards in the fourth quarter there against us. Like this, look at how they were on for 93 plays against the Bills. And you look at tonight, by when it was all said and done tonight, we lost, obviously, clearly. We lost time of possession, but Guys, they were on the field for 40 minutes and 40 seconds against the Bills. Tonight, they're on the field for 31 minutes and 35 seconds. They've been on the field for over 71 minutes in like 5 days.
Yeah.
It was tough. But I'll tell you what, Cincinnati's offensive line is brutal. They're just awful.
Honestly,
they're
not
held up
impressive
well,
at
man.
all,
God,
bro.
Cincinnati's offensive line is bad.
They're not impressive at all, man. Like we should have beat them. Like that.
Yeah.
Like, listen, first and foremost is to his health. The one that really rubs you the wrong way is that, man, if he was healthy, we beat them easily. I think we beat them easily by the end of that.
Yeah.
Tua doesn't miss that throw to Gesicki.
No, man, they were giving Teddy chances.
Let me just say this also, people not factoring is Chase dropping that touchdown.
Pyro, why'd you come out of your hole?
Where are you, Pyro? Are you in a pool?
No.
He's with blonde hair right now.
No, but like, listen, you got background feed, and you don't even sound like you're on your phone like normal.
I mean,
But I got background tomorrow?
You don't sound normal.
for me,
Well,
this-
let's
sound
see.
depressed.
Reason if Tua goes on IR for 4 games, that's the Jets game. Jets, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, and Detroit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he
I don't
may
think
have
they're
to
gonna
go on
put him on
IR for the whole
IR.
season.
No, he's not out for the whole season. I don't think they're going to put him on IR. I actually think, if you want my honest opinion, I think he'll be back by the Steelers game.
So that's not even my biggest concern, right? Like, one of our issues running into the season was, can Tua stay healthy for a full season? This
Yeah,
is
but
a
bro,
freak
did you-
injury.
That would have knocked out anyone. Did you see how he
I'm
whipped
not-
him, bro?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not saying
That's what I was saying.
Tua's
People-
weak or
Hey,
anything like
how
When
do
he
you-
that.
got
how do you
run
say
around,
This ain't really his
see
fault,
the-
bro.
Why
But I
would
will
you
say
the
this,
neck
and
was
listen,
wide.
listen. Here's the deal, though. Here's the real deal. This is what needs to be talked about. If you're going to talk about anything like that, this is what needs to be talked about. Listen, and I'm not going to make a thing out of it. Tua should have got rid of the football. He was looking deep.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
wasn't
I
there.
agree.
This is, and listen, what has Saban warned us since he got his injury, the hip injury? He likes to play hero ball. Listen,
Yep.
I always say this with Tua. It's okay to live to see another down. It's okay. We've got enough weapons where you can listen. You're out here converting 45-yard bombs against a great Bills defense on 3rd and 22. You
Yeah.
can afford to live to see another down on 1st and 10 or 2nd and 10 or whatever it was. So
Yeah.
that's it. He's just got to learn to get the ball away, man. And this is now another injury that you can account to. Just get rid of the ball, man.
Yeah, I mean, does it factor in when we look at him at the end of the year? Because I love what I saw the first 3 weeks, and I like what I see in this game.
I don't, but see, how are you going to hold it against him? Listen, what if they diagnosed him the first week and he fought back and he came back and he did what he did? At the end of the day, what are you going to say? You're going to be like, well, he wanted to be out there. We wanted him to be out there. He brought us back against the Bills, had that key throw to Waddle that basically won us the game. And
Yeah.
you know, he's going to show you he's a fighter.
Wow,
They're
being
like,
obviously
this is
concussed.
see, this isn't like this isn't like he sprained his pinky and didn't want to go back in.
Mhm.
Well, you don't play
Yeah.
with head stuff. That's where we're at
No,
right here, man.
Yeah.
I'm in agreement. This is a concerning injury, period. I don't want to see him
Honestly,
next week.
Honestly, when we
I want
scored,
him to play.
when
I
after that
don't
Bills
wanna
game,
see him
they were so
injured.
just for a win.
And the thing is,
They
anyone
should've-
would have got injured by that. It wasn't like it was a non-contact injury
I-
or something like that. Like when I saw the replay, because Amazon, for some reason, they wanted to show his fingers on the replay. But when they finally showed the actual replay, like late in that 4th quarter, I didn't know the whip force looked like that because they showed a
Yeah.
different angle. I
It
didn't
was
see.
nasty.
Like he got whipped, man.
Yeah, and they showed somebody showed up like the broadcast on Twitter, bro. He's literally like you said, the whip. He slammed him to the ground, bro. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's the fucking flag at?
So there's like 2 different ways that is very concerning because he hit his head, yeah, but because he was whipped in a direction where like his brain was pushing against the top of his skull and pulling on the spinal cord, like just the direction of that whip and the force that was in there. I don't care who you are. That is, even if he didn't get a concussion last week, that alone would have been a very serious concussion for anybody in the league. You give Josh Allen that kind of force on his brain, I don't care how big you are, like your brain takes the same damage regardless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. And we're knocking on wood for Josh Allen, by the way, so it doesn't happen to him. So.
Oh yeah, no one in the NFL should be suffering that kind of injury. I don't care who you are.
Josh Allen's like prototypical size for a quarterback, right?
Like, I just mentioned him because he's like.
He's just saying it doesn't matter whether you're small or prototypical. That's gonna give you the same. Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the day, we all have the same amount of distance between our brain and our skull, and it ain't much. And when that thing gets rattling around, man.
See, it's I would like to say something real quick.
Why do you think they're wearing those? Why do you think they're wearing those weirdly padded helmets in preseason now? Right during their training camp.
Yeah.
Right.
To the helmet, they need to update it.
In my opinion,
they should have caught a flag. But I'm still thinking.
In my opinion, I may get some backlash with what I'm gonna say, but Tua was trying so hard just to get back in there on that Buffalo game because he needs to prove, bro.
He wanted to,
these type of comments, bro. He's injury prone. He's not this. He's not that. So he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to try to get in here, and I think that's due to all the scrutiny he's been under unfairly and the way the.
Just to add on what you were saying, when he got injured, you see on Twitter in the comments, "Oh, he's injury prone." See,
yeah. So that's the thing, though.
Here's the thing,
I
though,
will
too.
give you injury prone when it's like limb and extremity injuries that are like
exactly, bro.
Non-contact or continuous occurring. But when we're talking about head stuff, I can't give you that, bro.
Yeah,
everybody.
Here's the thing.
Here called Trent Green injury prone. Look at the head injuries that guy had.
Yeah.
Troy
Troy
Aikman from the Dallas Cowboys had a history of concussion.
Dude, have you ever heard that story? I forget who told it. And it was Troy Aikman, and it was in the NFC divisional game, I believe.
Yeah.
And he got knocked out, and they won it, and he woke up in the hospital, and I'm pretty sure it was Jimmy Johnson, or it was I'm pretty sure it was one of the coaches, and he didn't even know the game was over.
Yeah.
Like he thought he was in a room. Yeah, bro. Like he didn't even know where the hell he was, dude.
And he was doubtful for the Super Bowl game, or actually questionable for the Super Bowl game. I remember that.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. So that was the NFC Championship game, right?
When they beat the 49ers.
When they beat the 49ers.
A long touchdown. I think it was the Harper.
Yeah, and I remember the conversation. I think it was Jimmy who I heard, and like it was scary because like Troy didn't know who he was or where he was for like he said like the first 10-15 minutes when he gained consciousness. He didn't know like anyone or anything that was going on. It was.
As a matter of fact, I think there was an interview that Troy Aikman said that he doesn't even remember playing in Super Bowl 28.
Yeah, he was. Like, I remember that first half, Buffalo was actually dominating, and Aikman was horrible. Yeah. And Emmitt Smith bailed them out. That and their great offensive line.
So he didn't even remember, like anything from that Super Bowl. Even playing in that Super Bowl. You know, it's so scary with especially head injuries, head.
Yeah, you don't play.
You know, so I think what it was that. Like you guys have been saying, there's such an expectation with Tua because of the fact that he was a leader. He was a captain on this team. So he wanted it so bad to lead the team. And
here's what let's go to what McDaniel said, because McDaniel's at the podium, and I've gone back so we can hear what he says.
Yeah, that it was a scary moment.
Pyro, you got mad feedback.
Was evaluated for concussion, and he's in the concussion protocol. He was at the hospital. I believe he's about to get discharged. It was that was an emotional moment.
Especially after what happened to Jason Jenkins too, right?
What happened to Jenkins? Did he go out?
You know, it's a possibility.
No, Jason Jenkins, the VP that passed away.
Oh, okay. I was thinking the tackle.
That's
all
John
his
Jenkins.
teammates, myself.
Thanks.
We were all very, very concerned. So the best news that we could get is that everything is checked out. That he didn't have any.
That sweater's so fire.
More serious than a concussion. He'll be flying back with us here.
Thank God.
Well, yeah, it's a concussion.
Thank God he's flying back.
Oh yeah, that too.
Yeah, that's good news.
That's the best news. Yeah.
Especially when you go to a level 1 trauma center, if they're going to
me,
clear you with that, that's good news.
Yeah, I think a lot of people
Hands down.
know me personally.
Yeah, it was kind of comparable to the injury that the Bills guy suffered against Tennessee. I think it was Tennessee.
To do for the organization and the rest of the players, and I didn't have that.
And the good news is he's back practicing.
In my mind, I would have tapped it. It's not something that is comfortable for anybody, and it was not a situation that you want for any of your players or your team in general. It's some scary stuff. I'm just glad that it worked out.
Okay, Coach.
All right.
Well, he looks really down and depressed.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, anyone would be.
I'm not even gonna make any jokes
because they're
going
gonna
to
start talking about. They started asking questions about running the football and stuff, and I think it's bigger than that kind of stuff right now. You know what I mean? So,
I don't care much about that. We lost anyway, so
yeah.
We lost our starting quarterback.
I'm sick, man. Good. Like, I don't know if y'all get in the zone where it's like like tunnel vision, and it's it's like a weird feeling.
I was so scared, man. I broke down.
Was that feedback?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, when he wasn't moving his arms and legs, and they had to fold his arms as they were taking him off, that's when I was like the scariest moment.
I wanted to see that thumbs up, but I guess just for that precaution, of the neck.
Yeah, go. No, go ahead.
No, you're good, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you're better now.
Yeah.
Normally, I always say that you don't make excuses after a loss, but in this case, I'm gonna throw the exception card out here for you.
Can I be honest with you, dude? Teddy's supposed to be one of the best backups in the NFL, and what we're getting right now is just
he has not played like it.
Third string type performance.
Bro, I'm telling you, I made a joke.
That pass he threw to Hill was a really great pass.
Yeah, when he came out of the gates, he was making some nice passes, and then
he went flat. It's like
and again, he had a couple. He had a couple of nice passes even in the fourth quarter, but he goes again. Like I don't know who just said it, but he goes flat, and then especially when it matters.
I want to say something if I can.
Go ahead.
I definitely saw a difference in the play calling when Tua went out of the game.
Oh yeah, a different look came out entirely.
It didn't look like he trusted Teddy as much with the offense.
Well, they ran the football a lot more. I thought they ran pretty effectively tonight.
I want to say though, I was impressed by Teddy's throw to Hill, even though Hill made a great catch. That he launched that thing with gloves on too. That's impressive. I'm gonna say this. Listen. I said this why I think he should be number 2 if we got in this situation. They couldn't have prepared for Skyler. You could have thrown Skyler at them, and he would have went out there and say, "You know what, Skyler, let it rip, sling the ball around." Like you could have just gone out and slung it around, and there would have been no preparation for him. And you probably would have won this game.
Yes.
You could have. Everyone knows what Teddy is in the league. No one knows what Skyler is. You could have caught him from the side. You know what I mean? So, especially with around the league, how everyone was looking at Tua's injury and he was already questionable. Don't think they didn't have conversations about Teddy Bridgewater. Go ahead, Zipkeeper. You wanted to say something? Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Reason I was actually surprised our coach didn't just do that. In fact, I kind of expected that.
Yeah. And Edmonds, let's talk about this before the injury.
It would have been
what is going on, bud? How do you not make that catch on that fade in the corner of the end zone?
That should
give me a break.
That would have been That was one, and the thing was before Tua got hurt, Tua was slicing and dicing. Like he was having an actual pretty good game going before the injury.
Objectively, I'll say this. There was a moment right before the hit, like that drive, where it looked like he was a little rattled. And I think it was
when they went low on him.
Yeah.
This was feedback. Jeez.
I thought somebody was calling something.
Is that me?
I don't know. It was someone. Anyways, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, just I felt like he looked a little rattled after it was probably like in the beginning of that drive right before he got hit. And then obviously those, that hit happened, that weird back extension, which would actually be interesting to watch, like back.
Yeah, where he went down and I thought he hurt his ankle.
Good point.
Because it was literally the play right before the concussion, which if you look at that at full speed, man, oh my God, bro. That was so fast.
Bro.
Like it was so fast.
Her, bro. That was I don't see how you can get a flag, bro.
I don't understand. I don't understand because that was
they got a flag on that because he rolled it. He rolled him and they got a 15-yard penalty for that.
Oh, they did?
Yes, they did.
I ain't seen no yellow flag, man.
I could have sworn there wasn't a flag. Huh?
The grown man cried.
So here's check this out, just so you guys can see this. Look at what the answer McDaniel.
He was responding. Once I got out there, when I got out there, which was pretty quick, he was conscious. I could just bite.
It's cutting out, bro.
He was
He just said he's in the midst of the concussion, but he was responsive when he got out there.
Okay.
That's good.
He was just trying to grasp.
Like, I really hope that it doesn't come back. He had a concussion last week.
So I kind of have a couple of things to say. Either way, I think the league needs to do something about its protocols because either they knew and they pushed him through anyways, in which case shame on them, or they didn't know and they were just following the protocols and the protocols are lacking because in either situation, it's a very serious thing that like you're messing with head injuries.
You're saying it's too open. It's too open-ended.
Have you guys watched players talk about the concussion protocol?
Yeah.
Like, as of late, they talk about how extensive that entire evaluation is. They make you do a ton of different tasks, and it's not like rushing you to get back out there. Like you're annoyed as hell during the entire evaluation because you have to do a ton of basics, both verbal and mechanical, and also, motor function, all that.
Wow.
And then the independent guy comes in and has to clear you.
I'm
telling you, if anything happens, that guy, the independent neurologist,
he's gone.
Fired.
And he's going to get sued.
Yeah, he's the scapegoat in this.
Look, so the NFLPA said player health and safety is at the core of the union's mission. Our concern tonight is for Tua, and we hope for a full and speedy recovery. Our investigation into the potential protocol violation is ongoing. Mitchell Schwartz, retired tackle from the Kansas City Chiefs, will fight like hell to keep QBs who sexually assault women from getting suspended for too long. But when one of the good guys has concussive symptoms, returns to the game, doesn't enter concussion protocol, and is allowed to play 4 days later, our investigation is ongoing.
Oh boy!
Wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that's open. That's open.
Damn.
Well, I think one thing tonight that really kind of flagged.
Apparently, really emotional in the talking with the media in the locker room after the game.
In his face. You saw
and Tyreek said during the second half, Dolphin players were asking for updates on Tua. Said the primary focus after that wasn't even the game; it was Tua's health.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, they was checked out. Man.
You could see it on the field too. Like some of those plays, they just weren't putting in full effort.
See, but here's the thing. Okay, first of all, shout out lawyer here. Negligent Standards Office import the newer should have known barometer. Let's apply that here. Okay, so let's talk about this though. Ethan Carter's been in concussion protocol for like 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Now, again, he's not as important as the quarterback to the franchise.
That's what I was going to say.
But I mean, they're going to leverage that as, hey, look, we all concussions are different, which they are. And this is just what we were told. This is what we went with.
Let's not ignore the fact that Tua has always been a fighter and a gamer and somebody who wants to get back in there, right? Like even before he got drafted and the injury-prone narrative became a thing, like he's got titanium in both of his ankles, right? Because he elected to get the surgery done so he could return quicker.
Dog.
Yeah.
You guys got to know something about Tua. He's going to come in and play no matter what. Period.
Yeah.
That's what I've seen from him.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched him in Alabama, and I'm actually a 100% Dolphins fan. I've been a Dolphins fan. I'm 55 years old.
Wow.
And Dolphins are my team. But I'll tell you right now, I watched Tua because of all the hype of us, to get him. And that guy has shown me nothing, but he's tough. He's going to come in and play. And I love that about him. He has my respect. And there's no excuses. Look, for me as a Dolphins fan, I don't have an excuse for today. I ain't saying anything. I don't care about Tua being out.
I think we should have won with Teddy. I agree with you, Zoo. I'm not using that as an excuse. I think we should have won with Teddy.
I'm not saying that for anybody. I'm just saying for me, as a fan, I'm not going to use that as an excuse.
I'm right there with you, brother. Right there with you.
Yeah, I'm with you too, bro.
And I'm not singling nobody out. I'm just saying, me as a fan, I believe in my team that much to go out and finish the job.
Yeah.
And we had our chances, and it's cool.
We did.
It's all right.
Can I tell you this? Let me hit you with this.
Season ain't over.
If we didn't have to play 93 snaps against the Bills on a 4-day rest, I think we wouldn't even have fallen apart there in the fourth a little bit and given all those extra points. So it just didn't go. Listen, at the end of the day, the guy who came in for Tua didn't get the job done when the Bengals gave us multiple opportunities to get it done. Didn't get the job done. Okay. And our defense was fantastic. Ben not breaking the passing, they were just taking underneath stuff. But our pass rush was phenomenal. Our pass rush started to gain traction, and our run defense was phenomenal all night.
Yeah.
Defense gave us a chance, kept us in the game to win. The guy who stepped in didn't get it done. Roll with Skyler, baby. That's where I'm at. Let's go.
Hey, can I ask a question real quick, man?
But they're not going to because Teddy can beat the Jets. That's why they're going to roll with Teddy.
Real quick reason, if and when Tua comes back, I'm hoping he does, bro. Honestly, because I love this kid, bro. He showed me what I have to see from a quarterback that I want on my team.
When is
who the hell? Who's gonna coach him up to learn how to get rid of the ball instead of holding it too long?
I'll look it up.
Steelers game's week 8 because we got the Jets, the Vikings, and then one other, and then the Lions, and then the what's it called? And then the Steelers. And that's a primetime game. I know people don't want to. I know people don't want to hear that right now, but I guarantee you he'll be back for the Steelers game.
He just brought up a really good point, though. Which I mean, again, we've known this about Tua. This is like probably if you were to give me 3 fingers to list Tua's deficiencies, that's like in my top 3.
What?
That's your first finger that's going up.
He just holds on to the ball for way too damn long, and
he's got to learn to just get rid of it.
He needs.
Well, you didn't get my question, reason.
Both of his,
and so does Burrow.
Steelers was week 7. Was I wrong? Was it the Steelers before the Lions?
It's
it's Steelers before the Lions.
Is it?
It's Saints. No. I'm looking
Jets, Vikings, Steelers.
Yeah.
Just like okay, so then I might be wrong. I think the Lions game is more realistic.
Yeah, I think. I think he's out. I think he's out for 4 games.
Yeah,
I hope so, bro. He needs to get healthy, bro. He needs to get healthy, man. But again, who's gonna coach him up on how to get rid of the ball if he hasn't done it since Alabama? And he's still doing it today.
That's on the player, bro. That's on the player.
It's on the player. Coach that. It's on him.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly,
it's a habit, bro. You got to break
both injuries came from that. He needs to.
Yeah, that is
he
true.
Needs to really take a look back when he comes back. And
to be honest with you, if this is that
it.
bad, though, I don't listen. I'm just telling you, I think he's going to be back in 4 weeks. If this
Right.
is bad,
I said the same thing.
take as long as you need to come back. I mean,
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
we are in, especially like, listen, we're in the week, we're about to enter the weak spot of our schedule. B, well, sorry, hold on. A, your health comes first. B, we're about to enter the weak part of the schedule. So I just think he's going to try and force himself back in 3 or 4 games. That's where I'm telling you what. Hey, we can't control what he does, right?
He can't
It's
force
up,
himself
it's
back,
up
bro.
to the coaches and the
Well,
staff.
that's the other thing, right?
I would put him on IR.
What if we're 1-2 or 0-3 in those games? Who's got that feedback, bro?
Is it a chopper? Does it sound like a chopper?
I don't know what that is.
That's some weird feedback.
No, bro. Somebody was getting a call from the UFO.
Because sometimes you got to protect players from themselves, right?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the problem.
I think IR might be the best way to put Tua so he can do nothing until 4 weeks is up.
Yeah, exactly. I
don't
bro.
think I don't think they're going to, bro.
Yeah,
no, I understand. No, you probably are correct, but I think to stop him from himself, like he really needs to value his life. And
Like
his
after what
career.
I saw tonight, I'm shocked he is not staying overnight in Cincinnati.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, that's actually.
Here's the thing too.
Super.
Like, it's very possible that he is either the first concussion he had was very minor and he fully recovered from it, and that this is just a new fresh thing. Like, it's possible.
Yeah,
I don't want to.
Question.
That dude
to
slammed
me is
him
what
hard, bro.
happened.
He slammed him hard.
Honestly, I think a person with a fully healthy, non-concussed head would have gotten concussed from that hit. To be honest
That's
with you.
what I was going to say,
that as
John.
well.
Like, I was going to add that. Like, there's been talk. Even Dr. Cho talked about this. That hit was hard enough where,
Anyone would
that
have
could be
gotten
that could be a first-time impact, not a second impact injury.
Like, absolutely.
You know what I mean? You're right, 110%. They could have been telling us the truth about his back, and now everyone's just sticking them together because it does make sense.
That is
He
why.
could have been telling us the truth about his back.
I hope that's the case.
Whoever that defensive
And to be honest with you, John, can I be honest with you? It when I see how quickly he's being discharged, it makes me think they asked and they looked into if he did have a concussion last week. Like, if you would have 2 concussions in 4 days, I don't know if they'd be letting you hop back onto a plane right away.
Right, 100%.
Right? Because these guys are going to be leaving in the next hour.
Because
pressure does
Only
something
noticed
with
this
the
thing
brain.
happened like 3 or 4 hours ago.
And the thing about second impact syndrome is that stuff can it's like life-threateningly serious.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Dude, I have one of the guys who does the preview. He did the layover I'm using, the background and the layovers I use, and he does my preview and my live reaction thumbs. And he is a firefighter and he's a first responder. And he messaged me during the game about how, like, if that's a second impact injury, and it got to that extent, then that is a life-threatening injury right there. Like, that's not.
That's why I was saying that he's done in the NFL. If that was the case, that was my biggest fear,
No,
bro.
not
Like,
the NFL,
we're
dude.
not gonna see Tua anymore.
I'm gonna tell you this right now, bro. Trent Green had like 8 or 9 concussions before he hung it up.
How many did Brett Favre have?
But you got to remember, Jan. Not every concussion is obvious. Right? Like there's like, dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, I've had concussions after games where I was fine. I was partying with the boys after a game, and all of a sudden, I'll never forget this. We were eating wings and drinking beer after a game, underage. It's all good. And dude, all of a sudden I felt sick and I was throwing up and I was getting dizzy. And this was like 2 hours after the game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Alcohol probably didn't help.
I only had dude, we had just started eating and like, cracking them. So like, I wasn't like even 2 beers deep. I was like not even a beer deep. I just got, and then I got dizzy and stuff, and I had to bounce and go home. And I just like lied in a dark room for the rest of the night. I'll never forget that.
Yeah.
Reason, can I
that
say
was like
something
a Friday
to
night
your
because
point?
we played on Fridays, so that's what sucked too. Anyways,
Can I say something? So about how you said that you think it's the first impact because they're letting them on the plane. If this was a second impact from a concussion,
I'm not thinking. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know,
But I'm just saying, like,
I'm not a doctor.
having concussion and being like 30,000 feet in the air, that's got to do some like fucked up shit to your head.
Yeah,
bro.
I don't
They
know.
won't
I
let
mean,
you on. They're like, they won't even
Like,
let
I'm
you
no
fly
doctor,
with the
but
blood clot.
either am
I'm no
I.
doctor, but you got to think about it for a second.
Yeah, and the thing
Right.
is,
No, that's a
and the
good
thing
point.
is, where he went was a trauma 1 level
Right.
hospital.
Yeah.
So like they
Yeah, of
know
course,
it
yeah.
better than like no one's gonna give you a better opinion. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know, man. Like I just listen. If I don't care if he doesn't come back the rest of the season and he's as long as he's okay for the rest of his life, bro. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
That's the
Yeah.
most important thing.
There you go,
Yeah,
bro.
there's
Yeah, I
a
mean-
reason why when people fight in the UFC, they get knocked out, aka concussed. They, you know, the Nevada State Athletic Commission forbids you from fighting for 6 months plus. You know,
Holy shit.
so it's very serious, but you know, this is why I kind of agree with the NFLPA. Like, we need way stricter guidelines for concussion protocols, so things like this don't happen to our
who's
quarterback.
at the
'Cause,
convenience
again,
store? Who's going to
Right.
get who's good at getting the ho-hos right now?
So,
I
like,
thought somebody
Buying
was.
beers
You
to
know,
drown
you know
their
those
sorrow.
nursery, you know
Not-
the nursery rhyme machine. So you press the animal and they say, and the cow goes. I thought that was it. bro.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
not
Oh, right. I
Not
thought
to-
Pyro was going to Publix and getting a chicken tendy.
Nah,
not to
bro,
minimize the
That
significance
hurricane,
of
bro.
this.
That hurricane was
I
no
thought
joke.
Pyro was gonna go buy some beers.
Bro,
to drown his
I thought
sorrow.
you were going to be going upstream on the hurricane in a canoe eating
Oh,
a chicken
no, bro.
tendy, bro.
That's why I don't. That's why I don't
Oh,
go to the. That's why I
shit.
don't. That's why I don't go coast side.
I'd be
bro.
doing that shit on my jet ski.
Pyro.
That's why
Were
I
you
go
riding?
close side.
Were you
I
Bro,
do
riding?
you know
that, bro.
DJ Khaled's somewhere on his jet ski rolling through the streets right now.
Pyro, I have a question for you.
What's up?
Were you riding a shark in the streets?
Oh,
He's a little street shark. Attaboy, Pyro.
hey, man.
Hey,
Big
Pyro,
ass,
that's why
big
you
ass
are,
alligators walking the streets and stuff, man. It's crazy out here.
Can I be honest with you? Man, like the money, the excitement, the hype, and we're gonna find out what Coach McDaniels. The adversity keeps getting more and more for this guy, and we're gonna find out
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
what he's made of, man.
Yep.
So that brings up a question here.
First year.
And I want to ask everyone on the panel. I actually think we should take count and take a vote. Do we give Teddy a half? And if Teddy don't produce,
Skyler, baby.
I'm going to say it. I'm bringing in Skyler.
Against
And
the
actually,
Jets?
You're talking about half a game? You talking about halftime?
I would bring him in right off the
Or a
rip.
game,
to be
that's what you're
honest.
saying?
Right.
He's saying at halftime.
I
if
said a
Teddy's
half.
out,
Omar, stop,
I'm giving
dude.
Teddy a half. I'm giving Teddy some time to get acclimated. But I'm sorry, what I saw from Skyler, that dude ain't afraid to throw that shit deep.
Well, so
And
I do have.
I like that he is.
He
like Tua. It's like putting Tua in there. They'll both those guys will throw that shit.
I'm
and that's where I'm at.
I'm giving Teddy 1 quarter.
I'll give him a half. I'll give him one half.
I'm with y'all,
Well, you know
bro.
what the thing is, boys? This is why I agree with you. Because it's the Jets. If
Yeah.
we are in a dogfight or the Jets, because Zach Wilson's probably going to be back for that game. If they are leading us heading into halftime, you roll with Skyler.
Yeah.
What are you saying? Like, dude, that'll be the ultimate testing if he's actually a good. Listen, because this is what you need. If Tua, let's say Tua's going to be back in 4 weeks. Let's just throw a number.
Bro, let's knock on wood,
go
bro. I
2 and
hope
2.
so, man.
If
he's good.
I'm just throwing out a number. That's all I'm saying.
I feel you.
Okay, whether it's 4 or 6, okay, whatever. The goal is go 500.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Give me
We
2
started
wins.
out 3-1. Go 500. Get a go 500.
Let's go 3-3. Yeah.
Well, let's hope it's 4 and we only have to go 2-2.
Right. Okay.
I honestly think that right now the only 2 games that I'm a little iffy about is Minnesota.
Yep.
And maybe Pittsburgh because all the others
they don't have a quarterback.
Well, no.
Yeah, they don't have.
So does my.
Yeah, but you know what's going to happen.
But I have another question completely that just kind of piggybacks on that before we go down that rabbit hole. So, say we get to the point to where Tua's super messed up and he's out for the season, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do we do to draft next year? How does that look?
No idea.
Knock on wood. Knock on
No
wood.
idea.
I'm not talking
Well,
about
Knock on wood.
Right now,
That,
Yeah, I ain't
but
talking about that.
that makes playing Skyward more important.
Yeah, I would say throw in Skyler the rest of the season, bro. I don't know.
I don't want this to be the case.
No, me neither, bro. Hell no. I want Tua, bro.
Yeah.
Look, man.
I want
Skyler's
Tua,
a
man.
project.
Listen, Teddy's on a short leash with me because I'm there with Skyler.
Yeah.
But the thing is with Skyler, here's what people aren't realizing. Listen.
There's no tape.
What exactly? After 3 or 4 weeks, the tape
There
is
you
going to be
go.
out on the kid, and you're going to have defenses start preparing for the kid, and then he's going to be put in positions he's not going to be put in the first 3 or 4 games, and he's going to have growing pains. It's going to be natural. So here's the thing. Like, listen, I want to see Skyler because I think Skyler's talented. I think his only trajectory is upwards, and I think we can catch the defensive coordinators and defenses off, we can catch them
for a few games.
Yeah, and he clicks with this
for
offense.
like 3 or 4 games. I think we can hit them hard with Skyler, but after that, all bets are off because we don't know what they're going to find in the tape and react and how they're going to play. So
like I said, we give Teddy maybe a half. If it's not looking good, we throw Skyler in, and we got those couple games. I think we'll be fine.
If you really want the logical way,
you can catch defenses off guard with that plan. I think, man.
Yeah,
I really
Pyro, half of a half.
Hey, forget about his draft pick, please.
Basically, for all you Dolphin fans out there, now I'm about to all the Dolphin fans know when the perfect season happened in '72.
Greasy went down. Greasy went down.
Bob Greasy went down, and Earl Morrall took the team the rest of the way and won it. So if that's
he didn't play that Super Bowl, I don't think. Greasy played the Super Bowl, didn't he?
Yeah, Greasy got pulled and they played. Yeah, I mean Strock got pulled and they played Greasy. Hell yeah.
Boys, this is what Barry Jackson just tweeted out for you guys, and obviously this is going to be a topic all week. He said independent neurologist cleared him last week. If you think he shouldn't have played, fine. It's okay to have an opinion. It's another to insist you know more than the doctors who examined him and insist tonight was the result of last Sunday. Social media has created so many experts.
Every person
because and then that's based off asked if
time.
he can say with 100% certainty that Tua didn't have head injury Sunday. McDaniel said yes, he can say that, citing this independent doctor who specializes in this. People don't stray. We don't mess with that. As long as I'm the head coach, that will never be an issue.
Everyone became a doctor the moment Tua got hurt last week.
It's going to come down to the independent neurologist.
Yes, I don't understand how people don't fathom. They don't realize these.
There might be a person smarter than me.
Have a license, a medical.
It's not
license
any given
on
Sunday.
The line
it's not any given Sunday with
diagnosis.
James Woods on the sidelines over here. You know what I mean?
Unfortunately, and I'm going to say this. Tua is the most polarizing quarterback in the NFL.
Bro.
100%.
EM, where you at, bro? I see you in the comments.
He's the most polarizing quarterback in the NFL.
Well, you know what? We're gonna find out because you know what? Here's the thing. The pressure is going to be on the NFLPA to do an extensive investigation. They can't just take this lightly anymore. All eyes are on them now because this was on a national stage. Yeah. So all eyes are on them. People are going to see, and we all know Will Smith did a movie about it. We all know how CT's come to life. I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Chris Nowinski is. He was a former wrestler. Now he heads like one of those brain foundations, and it started with him like just around the time the Chris Benoit stuff happened. And he's losing his mind on social media tonight. Absolutely losing it because he said earlier today, if he comes out there and he gets a second impact injury or another concussion, people will get sued, jobs will be lost, and questions will have to now be answered because he doesn't like how they've handled the whole CTE with all the evidence they've brought. He thinks they still tried to sweep it under the rug.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, even Tom Pelissero was doing it earlier on NFL Network before the game.
Yeah.
He was saying he talked to somebody like a rep from the NFLPA, and that all signs were leading to the fact that there was no breach in the NFL's process for diagnosing the concussion protocol. Yeah. That's what he said it live on NFL Network, like before the game, like earlier today. So we'll see, man. I mean, this definitely opens it back up. You know, I'm pretty sure they were like about to wrap it up and say like nothing happened, but this definitely keeps it open now.
This
Damn,
blows
bro.
it wide open.
He just needs to not play for a couple of weeks. Like,
Yep.
No, not just a couple. Like he just needs to not play
All
for
I know
like
is
a few weeks.
I missed Tua Tagovailoa heartbreak emoji.
Yeah.
Yo, EM, I will make room for you. I'll get one of these rid of someone for you. No
Throw
offense,
me in the back, bro. I'll wait in the back.
Oh, you can pick me off too. Reason. I just want to say one thing before we can move it. Oh, you made. I was gonna say maybe we get Ngalu to get the belt.
Come up here,
Maybe
DM.
walk,
I made it for you.
Cool.
Go ahead,
Tell him
Liam.
stop
Sorry,
holding
my
on to
bad.
the
Go
ball.
ahead, Liam. Go ahead, my bad.
Oh no, I was just saying that maybe we get Ngalu to grab the belt and whack to and tell him he need to stop holding onto the ball because nobody else can tell his son to stop.
That's what I hate about this, because I hate even saying it, bro, because I'm worried about his health. I hate even saying Tua could have avoided it by getting rid of the ball because I sound like an idiot.
No,
but
I mean,
sounds like
that's
victim
the
blaming,
reality.
basically.
No, both things can be true. Like that he was body slammed viciously, and he could have gotten the ball out earlier. Both things.
And that's the thing too. If I could just say this real quick, the Bengals seem to me a very dirty team. Like the number of times they've given us late hits, they've given us all kinds of weird, like, you know, when they picked up Mostert and slammed him back to the ground after he was already tackled.
Yeah.
Like, what was that?
They're a dirty team, bro. It's a dirty city. It's a dirty team. You know.
EM,
But it is what it is, bro.
how you feeling, EM? Because I mean,
dirty
I don't know if
hoes.
you've been listening, bro, but listen, I'm not going to use Tua's injuries as an excuse. I think the Bengals weren't good enough. I think our offense had plenty of opportunities to win. I think Teddy looked good on that drive with that big throw to Tyreek, but other than that, I don't think he got the job done. I think Skylar Thompson, because there's no tape on him, can catch some especially today. If you would have trotted him in there, would have caught their defense off guard. And I think Tua would have won if he was healthy. We would have won this game. Man, this was an awful night, bro. Like, this was one of the worst nights I can remember in recent memory.
Yeah, man, it was it was tough to see Tua, caught off the field like that, bro. It was, and it seems like, Tua had finally, got his body back, before the injury when he was at Alabama. And to see him get hit like that, bro, it was tough to see, man. It's tough. But I don't think it was a dirty hit, bro. It was a clean hit. It's football.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
At
too
the end of the
think
day,
it was a clean hit. I'm not going to say it wasn't.
yeah, I don't think it was any, I don't think anything dirty
We
about
ain't
that.
saying that.
Yeah, it's just it's just football. Because I see a lot of people on Twitter, they're like saying that they think it was a dirty hit and all. I don't think it was.
I thought that
there was
I
other dirty
I actually don't think that was dirty. The one I thought was a little questionable, but he was also lunging to make a play, was the one where he got hit in the back of the knees. Remember the one where he buckled? That was like, you could make a better case for that.
Yeah,
This one was just let's be honest, he got whipped. That
He did,
force
he did.
just got
He
got
did.
shot. But here, and I don't know if you agree with me, because I don't want to sound like a dick, EM.
Yeah.
He could have. This is what we saw at Alabama. That hero ball. Get rid of the. It's okay to live to see another down.
It is.
Throw it away.
It is, and it was the exact same scenario. We were texting, once the play happened earlier. Reason you and me, and I said, bro, it was the exact same scenario. I know he didn't get a hip injury, but if you remember how that play unfolded at Alabama when they played Mississippi State. All he had to do was because he had all day, he had all day to throw the football. He had time, you know what I mean? So you just got to live to fight another day. You got to get rid of the football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be taking those massive hits like that. And I think tonight was more a result of that exactly.
Both injuries happened while he was outside the pocket escaping a sack.
Exactly. So,
For way too long. Too long.
He's got to clean that up. But yeah, it was just tough. It was tough all the way around, man. It's tough to lose. I was hoping we would get to 4-0, but it was just it wasn't a terrible game, but it just wasn't,
heartbreaking game.
Yeah. For obviously the loss and then Tua, get knocked out like that. But
It's just
hey,
Tua getting knocked out, compounded by the fact that we know if he was healthy, they give us plenty of opportunity. We would have won that game with him. Sucks. But I'll say this, let's hear your opinion on this because this is what we're talking about. So I said I think we can beat the Jets with Teddy or Skylar. Now, this was mentioned and I agreed by Zookeeper here. Listen, if Teddy doesn't get it done and look good in the first half, and we're losing to Zach Wilson because it looks like he's going to be back, and we're losing to them, I agreed with Zookeeper. Go with Skylar. What would you do?
Yeah, I would. I would.
Teddy.
I would. Well, Teddy. I thought Teddy played well tonight. I don't think that interception that he threw with Gesicki, I think that was miscommunication. So if you take that out, if again we were driving, we were clearly moving the ball on that drive. So I don't think Teddy, considering it was a short week, considering he's the backup, so he's not going to have the majority of the first team reps, as a starter would. But I get Teddy as a veteran. But see, that's why I'm more leaning towards just if Teddy is making enough plays, that veteran presence, we all know I love Skylar Thompson, but man, the regular season and the preseason are two different animals. And I came away highly impressed with Skylar in the preseason. But Teddy's been in this situation before. Exact same scenario. The starter goes down, he's the backup, he's inserted into the starting lineup, and he's had success. Has he been Patrick Mahomes? Absolutely not.
No.
But I'm leaning more toward, unless you absolutely feel Skylar is just clearly better than him, he's showing you something in practice to where he's at another level than Teddy is. I'm leaning more towards just riding with Teddy, leaning on that veteran experience until he just, until the wheels fall off, until he just falls on his face. And then at that point in time, you don't have a choice. You need a spark. You got to try something. You know what I mean?
And honestly, and I'm riding that with you to halftime. And then at halftime, I'm not going to slit my throat because I paid him some money. I'm going to put Skylar in. Not because I 100% have watched Skylar, and I'm going to tell you right now, I already think Skylar is better than Teddy. But that's just my opinion.
And he might be.
I could be wrong.
He might be.
I could be wrong. But that's why I want to give Teddy a half. And if it's not looking good by halftime, I ain't saying nothing. I'm gonna drop Skylar in. I'm not saying nothing. I'm dropping Skylar in at halftime, and I'm gonna let that guy throw that ball.
This is EM. This is Jacoby Brissett syndrome. We saw how the season almost slipped away from us last year when we hitched our wagon to Jacoby Brissett, and we saw where that went, right?
Yeah.
And I think people just see the more arm talent and a liver overall arm with Skylar, and kind of that gunslinger mentality of, hey, I got no problem trying to drop dimes, and I think that intrigues guys. And like I said earlier, I think for a few games until the tape is out after 3 or 4, you can catch coordinators and defenses off guard with this kid.
For sure.
Absolutely reason. Sure. I'm down with you on that.
But again, I didn't think Teddy had that kind of arm. I mean that arm, that passing.
Bro.
I mean, I had no idea Teddy had an arm like that, bro. 62-yard air yards.
He put ridiculous concentration on that, though. Ridiculous concentration by Reek. That guy is a monster.
Absolutely. But that was, I did not know Teddy had that. I did not know Teddy had that in him, bro.
And EM with gloves.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I came away tonight. I thought Teddy played well. He did not play bad at all, bro. Did he
the offense seemed very stagnant with him even after we scored that touchdown.
He's just flat, man.
You got to give. You got to give a Bengals credit.
He's
now.
Not that good on third down.
We got to give Cincinnati credit. They are the defending AFC champions, bro.
Yeah,
listen, we talked about this earlier. I get the defense has though. The defense is playing well.
Game, bro.
What's that?
They were our defense. The run defense was phenomenal tonight.
Absolutely.
We were not breaking against the pass. We only started giving up big plays in the fourth because these guys have been on the field for 71 minutes in 5 days. So I
agree.
That. I agree with the defense.
I agree.
The defense was giving us multiple chances.
I agree.
To get the points and win that game. And let's be honest. Can I just be? field goal doesn't get blocked, and Edmonds makes that catch on that fade, we got a different game on our hands.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
But look, listen, I'm getting deja vu now.
Let's
I
talk
know.
about that, man.
Chase, he owes Tua some money for that one.
You put Tyreek in the backfield on a formation for Chase to give you that? I don't know about that one.
He owes Tua some money for that one, bro. Real talk.
Yeah,
So
he owes him his old bank account.
It sounds like last year already.
But I'm intrigued. You know how intrigued I am with Skylar, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I think he is, from a physical.
And we got a good pocket, and the pass pro's holding up where
exactly.
Trauma.
And I mean, look, with Tyreek and Waddle out there, I mean, my God, hey. But like I said, with that being said, I love Skylar and everything. But Teddy showed me that he showed me he's nowhere anything remotely close we saw in the preseason. So if he's making plays, man. But again, I don't know who made that point about him being on somewhat of a short leash. I would prepare both players. And I would make, even though I would lean towards moving with Teddy, I would.
Can I ask you something?
He would be on a short leash with me as well.
So Teddy starts. You're down 14-3 to Zach Wilson-led Jets heading into halftime. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm pulling him.
Okay, all right.
It's gonna come down to this week and practice.
We're on the same page. If it's 14-10, you ain't pulling them. But if you're down 14-3, you pulling them, right?
You know what? To be honest with you, when we went on that last drive, I would have inserted Skylar at that point just to get him some in-game experience. I mean, the game was over with anyway. You know what I mean?
That's even a better point right there. In case you would have needed him next week, because God forbid we saw it last year. Remember when Jacoby went down too? So we've seen the backup go down.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
It's been a great 2-minute warning.
What if I told you? I feel the coach did what he had to do and put Teddy in, because honestly, if I was the head coach, I would have put Skylar in.
But think about it, though. I mean, hang on.
With Teddy running the offense right now, that's why he put him in.
Exactly. I mean, you're talking about Skylar's third on the depth chart. It's a short week, right? Skylar hadn't got probably any reps during the week. And you're going to put him in, and you're going to put again, he's what he is. He's a 7th round rookie in a scenario like that. No, you go with the veteran player in this scenario. Now, a week of preparation, 10 days off. Well, okay, we might have a different conversation, but tonight in that scenario, no, you roll with the veteran.
Yeah,
guys, hold on a sec.
Tyreek said.
Tiger Hood is like he's never been up here and he really wants to come in. He's been spamming the chat. So, one of you guys who
I can go in the back. You can send me back.
Hey man, you can kick me out if you want to. That's fine.
Okay. Liam, come back when we're done here. All right. Okay. All right. All right. So there you go. All right. There you go, Tiger Hood. Space has been made for you. All right.
Sorry,
Sorry,
did you
boys.
see what Tyreek said?
No.
About which one? Which one?
Barry Jackson just tweeted it 2 minminutes ago.
What did he say?
Tyreek was very unhappy with an unspecified Bengals coach who spoke to him in an objectful way. Hill declined to say what was said.
And then John goes mute.
Shadow round.
I felt very disrespected as a man.
Oh my God, is Dougie serious? Dougie literally goes, I literally had a Dolphins fan in my live stream chat celebrate Tua's injury. What is wrong with people?
Oh, people
Did you see what Pete said? Did you see what Pete said?
Don't even bring him up. Jesus.
Yeah. Don't bring Pete up, please.
What happened with Pete now? What happened?
Look up what he said on Twitter, bro.
What did he say?
Just tell us.
Let me bring it up. I saw him say it, but I'll bring it up real quickly.
Guys got trash takes every damn week from Sunday.
Okay, here we go.
I can. It's not.
He said. So first he said, "I've told you all over and over again. At Miami Dolphins don't care about at Tua. If they did, they'd sit him. And like I said last week, it's a clear bust. He ain't built for this league. Fragile box, move with care." and then someone said to shut the fuck up, and then he
Wow.
responded to that tweet saying, "That's a mad Tua speaking. Poor Tua. He just isn't built for this league. Turnover prone, weak arm, and like the world knows he's injury prone. Will never finish a full season." And then the same person told him to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I mean, absolute classless, Pete. You like. I mean, you stooped.
I mean,
to
the
some pretty low
Bengal
level,
fans.
but you always find
Bengal
a new
fans
way.
showed more class than him. They were chanting Tua.
You always find a new way and a new level to stoop to, man. This is why some of y'all are toxic, and this is why I don't interact with a lot of y'all, and this is why I don't mess with a lot of y'all, because you guys show the type of people you are just by opinions over football players. You treat them like pieces of meat. Like, why would I ever want to interact with people like that? Like, why would I want to associate myself with people like that? Like,
it's
absolute
pathetic.
trash, man. When this is a human being that's not even 25 years old and that's been through more adversity in his life than you will ever face, and he's come back from it and multiple time and time again, and saying that kind of stuff is absolutely classless. It's trash. And this is why I don't respect a lot of y'all, and I will never respect a lot of y'all outside of the fact that a lot of y'all talk about football like you know what you're talking about when you really don't. Then you add in bad kind of takes like that. I mean,
100%.
I got no time for people like that, man.
Absolutely,
Absolute
100%.
trash. That's what trash human beings say. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like,
absolutely disgusting.
we had Mark from the Bills up here, and listen, I hate the Bills and the Flyers more than anyone. But do you think I would ever wish injury upon Josh Allen?
He gives me hope.
Hell no.
He honestly gives me hope.
Or if Josh Allen kept getting injured, do you think I would say that kind of stuff about him? And that's not even, that's not even on my team, man. That's just trash,
bro. Like, we literally
never got the idea of wanting players to be injured.
Yeah, like we're a division first. Like, in my mind, look, what is the most winningest division in football? It's the NFC East, right? With 13 Super Bowls.
You mean
we have 9? Yeah, in the entire NFL during the Super Bowl era. Like, when the Dolphins lost last year, and our playoff hopes were gone, I was rooting for the Bills. Like, I would love to see them get their first Super Bowl. Obviously we're in season, so I'm not rooting for them, but
I can't ever go down that road.
I can't either. I can't.
I root for our division at the end of the day. Dolphins first, but I try to look at it more like good game.
You weird.
I hate our division.
Yeah,
Tiger, what's
I'm
up,
saying
man?
you weird, bro.
Let's see what do you got to say, man.
It's real, bro.
Thank you. Reason I've been watching you for a while. Thank you very much, brother. Like, man, you didn't even know how my heart broke when I was. My accent probably putting you off, but man, I'm like a hardcore Dolphin fan. Like, I was like, where's Skylar? Where's Skylar? Like, that's what I'm not. I'm gonna be 100%. I'm a Tua man, but I'm telling you right now, where's Skylar Thompson? Where's Skylar Thompson? Like, that's what we need right now. Like, fuck Teddy Bridgewater. I don't wanna like a little bit here, a little bit here. Like, oh yeah, we're in the game, but we're not. I want Skylar Thompson because I feel this a game changer. Like he showed it. I was being like real, like, because I was a Tua fan, but I was like, I really was like, oh, Skylar is showing me some things. Like, I think he's gonna do something.
This is where I think they're coming from, EM. See, I think it's one of those things where everyone knows what Teddy is. I think everyone's super intrigued by Skylar Thompson, and I think the other thing that people is,
absolutely,
I think people see the potential. Oh, I'm just talking about between Teddy and Skylar right now. I think people see the potential of an exciting offense that pushes the ball, similar to what we've seen with Tua, more so with Skylar than they do with Teddy.
Yes.
That's what I think.
Yes.
And I get and I'm with I agree 100%. But at the end of the day,
I'm a coordinator, but I know when I see talent. So when I know Skylar's got talent, that's the reason why I was like, man, that guy's got talent. And I was a bit but now that Tua's like what he is, I'm like, yeah, this guy's Skylar. Fuck Teddy Bridgewater. He can go back to Broncos. Like this guy, boys. Like,
are you from New Zealand, bro?
Yeah, I'm from New Zealand, brother.
Hey,
what's your name, man? Hey, what's your name?
Home, baby.
It's not Wooback. Don't worry.
We got fans everywhere.
No.
I'm not like that. I'm not like the angry Wooback.
No, his name's Tiger Hood. His name's Tiger Hood.
Oh, somebody diming you out in the chat. They talking about you been hostile as fuck towards me lately. I'm not aware. I haven't been aware of that, but this is what they're saying in the chat.
Yeah. I wasn't that hostile. I was giving you shit, but I wasn't that hostile. Like I give everyone shit. Like anyone that's not a Dolphins fan, I was giving shit, and you were acting like not a Dolphins fan for a little bit, so I gave you shit. Is that all right?
Ooh.
Yeah, when have you ever known me to not act like a Dolphins fan?
When
has anybody ever known me to not act like a Dolphins fan?
Guys, we're all on the same team, bro.
Really, real talk. I prioritize the Dolphins over everything.
Literally.
When have you ever known me not to be a Dolphins fan?
It's literally Ian.
Ian, I know you, and I know you're a Dolphins fan. That's why I always it comes with love and heart. But bro, sometimes you're just like a little bit outside of the fucking Richter, like TD. Like you guys are like you guys say something, but it's like a little bit like unorthodox. I don't know. Like I come with the straight. Whatever I think of the game is exactly how I say it, you know? Like, you guys sort of like add a little extra like spices on there or something. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Sorry, Reason.
He's a spice maker, EM.
Yeah, he's a spice guy. Like.
It's a bunch of listen, man. Hey, man, listen, it's late. I'm already upset on what happened, what transpired tonight over the football game.
Yeah,
so listen, I'm not in the right mind. I done had a little too much Grey Goose. I done had a little too much Grey Goose.
And can I tell you how upset I am? I've got a sore hand on the wall.
If I can say something right now. Dolphins fans behave way better than the rest of the fan base by far.
I agree.
We had a loss. We take our L, but we don't 100%. Make a bunch of excuses like the rest of the fan base. I ain't heard no excuses. All I heard is us discussing it.
Was it a full moon tonight? So I can blame the moon why everything went wrong?
Listen, it was the full moon. You're right. It was actually the full moon
somewhere. That's for sure.
The moon went to the right, and then we went to the left, and we didn't work out.
This was not a good night. No, on so many levels, it was not a good night.
Yeah, we should have won that game.
And I planned the whole. I planned everything around. Did my whole week around this game, bro. And I'm like, I'm not in my right mind right now, bro. I'm really not.
I wanted to tell you something. I was making plans with my wife to do stuff with the kids on Sunday because I thought I was going to be walking on the literal sun on Sunday, feeling the vibe of 4-0. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to watch football. There's nothing to really – we're going to be 4-0. We're going to the top.
Go Ravens this week.
This happens, bro.
Hey, man.
Go Ravens before the week begin.
Bro, I was like, man, I should carry my ass to sleep, bro.
Listen, I planned my whole week around tonight, bro. I mean, I put off shit that I was supposed to take care of early in the week, bro, because I didn't want to get caught out working, long hours a day, bro. I put that off for the weekend, and I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me, bro. I'm like, damn.
Hey, Ian,
hey,
bro.
man.
Ian, bro, I was like, man, that hurricane should have took my lights.
Think about people who live down there feeling right now. They tried to find a spot to watch the game after the hurricane ripped through, and they get that. Holy!
Some of the houses down there are just god.
Yeah, bro.
Hey man, we got hurricanes and all kinds of stuff going on. And look at us Dolphins.
We got 10. Looking forward. We have 10 days, man.
That's right. We're looking forward to
the positive thing for tonight. Tua was able to go home with the team.
Exactly.
So I'm anticipating definitely, Tua probably will sit one game, but hopefully
one game, really.
Yeah, I think just as a precaution, you need to sit in one game. I think.
That's what I would do.
Can I say one thing before I go? I actually been watching you guys for the last 3 years. Reason especially
Wow.
reason. Thank you very much for all the content you put out. I fucking love it. Like
That's
I'm
awesome.
the guy that's the first one to it. I thank you very much for that, and I love the fucking Dolphins. Let's go,
Another
guys!
real
Like
one, bro. Hell yeah,
if
dude.
it's Skynet, we gotta go, boys. We gotta go. Like
Yeah.
it has to be.
You
Yeah,
gotta win.
I thank
But
you very much for everything,
you got
boys.
10 days. You got 10 days to prepare for the Jets. You should win with Skylar or Teddy. I don't want to hear any.
Yeah,
excuses.
I believe that Skylar will be better than Teddy. Like, fuck Teddy. I'll be honest. Fuck Teddy.
Damn.
I'll be honest.
That's like
Practice
really
this week,
Fuck
boys.
Teddy.
Oh,
I
yeah.
get it. I get it. Teddy shit star. I get it. I get it.
That's
Yeah,
what
hey,
legit
I
thing,
watch
man.
every
He's been
game.
saying
I know Teddy. I watch Teddy from the Broncos. I know what Teddy does, and I'm telling you, it's not a winning performance. Like I'm telling you, like I know Teddy Bridgewater from way back when he started. I'm not the guy from down here that doesn't know about the football. I know everything, but like, yeah, I tell you right now, Teddy, yeah, he may get us like 3 games, but I think Skylar will put a.
As
I'm
long
not
as
even a
they're the
Skylar
next
guy. I'm a
3
Thor
games,
guy.
I'm good with that.
Yeah. All right, let's go through some final thoughts
Thank
here,
you,
guys.
Reason. Thank you, Reason.
Appreciate you, dude. Pyro, let's start with you. I'll save EM for the end here. Pyro, go ahead.
Oh man, I'm so fucking depressed, man. That injury just really just took everything out of me, man. I ain't really give a shit about the game at all. When Teddy came in, everything just like I was just tunnel vision at that point. I was just staring blankly at the damn screen, bro. I ain't care. Right now, I'm just glad that Tua is. That's all you can care about right now. That Tua is cleared. You know, he's flying with the team. Hopefully, we don't rush him back out there. We sit him. Don't even in practice, bro. I wouldn't even have him in no red shirt. Just have him, you know, looking at film and stuff. You know, going over plays and stuff. But don't put him on the field anymore. Let him sit for like at least 3 or 4 weeks. Fins up.
Just look at these. Some of these tweets are hilarious. Zookeeper, your final thoughts.
I'm kind of a little bit in agreement there for sure. Whatever it takes to get Tua healthy, and back to where he's at. Definitely a different game with him not playing. Definitely saw the wind come out of the sails in the game when he got hurt. I saw the whole team on the sidelines stand there and watch him get carted off. Yeah, and anyway, I'm willing to give Teddy another half, but after that, I want to see some Skyler.
Wow.
Yes, please. Yes, please. Nice.
I'm giving him 1 quarter.
You know what shocks me the most? That Dolphin fans, and because I agree, you know, with the whole short leash on Skyler, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just shocked how Dolphin fans are now willing to go in that they've seen that arm when Teddy is like the more, I'm not gonna say sure thing, but more experienced guy that you'd initially think you'd lean on to get games. But you know what someone said in the comments when he threw that pick? They called him Jay Fiedler. You know how Jay Fiedler used to throw the picks at the most inopportune times, right? And when that pick came, anyways. Michael Fletcher, your final thoughts, buddy.
Yeah, and this, like you guys have been saying, man, thoughts and prayers with Tua Tagovailoa tonight. Speedy recovery and everything else. Like you guys have been saying this whole night, it was a winnable game. Couple of plays that could have gone here and there, we'd probably be walking out 4-0. But you know what? 3-1. If you looked at the schedule going in, that's exactly where we probably would love to have been. 3-1, great start. You know, I'm trying to keep it as positive as I know, because I know, look, it's devastating. We're all gutted. We're all worried. We're all hurting right now because of what happened to Tua. But the thing is that it's a next man up mentality, and you gotta
next man up mentality. I love that.
No,
that's
and
beautiful.
that's exactly what it is, my friend. It's next man up. If Teddy is not the guy, Skyler's the guy, and we gotta just keep the momentum.
Yes.
You know what? I know all these Dolphin fans. They're going to go nuts. They're going to be going crazy in 10 days at MetLife. There's a more bigger turnout when they go to take – there's a campaign from the Miami Dolphins of Rhode Island, because I'm from Rhode Island. And every year, my friend goes down to MetLife Stadium. We call it Take Over MetLife. And I want every Dolphin fan from across the nation to go to that borough,
yeah,
and start fighting shit up.
Lay it down.
That's what it needs to be. We might be down in the dumps. We might be hurting tonight. But Dolphin fans, it's time to rise up. Time to represent. Time to do
Let's
it.
go!
Do it for Tua.
Let's go!
Let's go.
Anyone, let's go!
This is what we needed. You know what? This is the wake-up call. Tonight was a bad night. All right. You win some, you lose some. But in 10 days, come out spitting fire, angry, mad as hell, and bring it to the freaking Jets.
Let's go!
Let's go, the Jets.
All right.
My man. Let's go!
Let's
go!
Marcus, your final thoughts, dude.
So I just want to start off using some of my time to give a brief moment of silence for Tua's health, real quick.
Cool.
Yeah. So honestly, like, none of my thoughts tonight are really football related. It's all just about, praying for that man, hoping he gets healthy, hoping that there's no long-term effects, from this, regardless of whatever the case may have been, double concussion, first concussion, none of that really at the moment. It's just about hoping that he gets better, hoping that, he gets to live the rest of his life healthy without any symptoms from this. And that, if he's able to come back, that he comes back when he's ready and when he's fully able to, and that we can just move on from then. Because it sucks to see guys go down. It sucks to see him go down like that. And whenever you get that kind of like pooling of support, I know we've seen a lot of people be kind of dicks about it, and a lot of people completely brushing off the injury, or being rude to Dolphins fans, cheering about it or whatever. But there's also a lot of people who, even like division rivals and stuff, we've seen it, on Reddit and stuff with like the Bills subreddit and things, you just love to see that kind of human support, people coming together to say, hey, you know what, at the end of the day, it's just a game.
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I loved it.
Let's all just hope and pray that this man gets to return first to perfect health. Then, if he can do that, we'll see about getting him in a football jersey.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, brother.
Pyro, you already went, right?
Yeah, I went.
John, final thoughts.
Is there a way to donate my brain, because I've never been concussed before? And also,
you'll be playing as Tua though. Tua won't be.
Okay.
Never mind.
In all seriousness, just gotta hope that Tua's okay, and that the team can rally around him during his recovery time. Fins up.
Zookeeper, did you go? Bro. Zookeeper, did you go already?
Yeah, I think he did. I believe he did.
You might be.
Yeah, no, bro. I went. The only other thing I could say is, man, Tua coming back. Like I said before, you saw the game change when he wasn't in the game.
Yeah.
And
you went off about Skyler. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I'm good. All right, Mike, final thoughts.
Hey, just like Mike said, my heart and thoughts are with Tua tonight. He's with the team on the plane, so that's a really good sign. I am laser focused on practice over this long week we have before the Jets. If Skyler really wants to play, he'll prove it during practice. And if there's anything that Mike McDaniel is he's fair. And obviously, we think low of the Jets, but the Jets are back to full strength. Their injury report was pretty light for week 4. We'll see how Sunday plays out. But listen, guys, upside, we're 3-1. You know, we're number one in our division. Bills are 2-1. You know, they got the Ravens. So honestly, I'm gonna be focused on that game on Sunday. But you know, at the end of the day, what we really need to focus on as a fan base and as a team is we need to stop thinking about shoulda, coulda, wouldas. I think it's like huge that
I agree.
this entire fan base, you know, took the L on the chin, and you know we're not, you know, the negative side of it. So let's keep that positive outlook, the positive mindset. You know, we could basically go into week 5 4-1. So let's just hope this team takes this adversity as an opportunity to show up on week 5 and get the job done. So fins up, baby.
Fins up, baby.
Robert,
Love it. Let's
Robert,
go.
your final thoughts.
Tonight was a gut-wrenching night. It really sucked. A whole crap ton. I wish Tua the best. I hope he gets better. I hope this isn't... I know it's long-term, but I hope it doesn't impact him for the rest of his life. And let's see what Coach McDaniel's adjustments are and what changes are made over the next 10 days, because we need to get healthy. And this is not what we needed to happen today. Not even a little bit.
All right. EM, take us home.
Yeah, bro. I really don't have much tonight.
Reason.
I really don't, bro, man. It's very disappointing on many levels, but obviously the focus is on Tua and his health. Football is secondary right now. The focus needs to be on him getting better, sooner rather than later. Tough team loss, but at the end of the day, I echo whoever that was about to point up about we're 3-1, and if we would have went back in, at the beginning of the season, and if we knew then what we know now, we would wind up being 3-1. I think a lot of the fan base would have been very, very happy with that win-loss record to this point. So, with that being said, it sucked to lose tonight because we all wanted 4-0, but at the end of the day, we're still 3-1, and we're still in a very, very good place in the division and as well as overall AFC. But we got 10 days off, and hopefully not only Tua but Xavier Howard. That groin injury is concerning. I think he needs a little time away to kind of heal up because I think that groin.
Howard.
Let him finish, man. Let him finish.
Because I think that groin injury has been bothering him. I think it's been bothering him since training camp. So, but we'll take, let's just take these 10 days off and get as healthy as we possibly can, moving forward to that Jets game. I think we'll be in good shape either way, whatever direction they go, if they go with Teddy or definitely. I know I said I would lean more towards Teddy right now because of the overall status of the team. We're in win now mode. He's a veteran, et cetera, et cetera. But I am very, very intrigued with the possibility of Skylar Thompson. But we'll see how that dynamic plays out. But at the end of the day, man, we're 3-1, bro. The focus again is on Tua getting as healthy as he possibly can sooner rather than later. And we're 3-1, bro, and fins up all day, every day, man.
And Tyreek, no matter who's the quarterback, continues to be an absolute monster. Okay, guys, I'm gonna get.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yeah, well, you started off the whole final thoughts. That's why I did this, right? Because you were leaving.
Oh, you're right. As soon as I knew when he threw that first pass over to Tyreek and it wasn't on the dot, I fucking knew. I knew that he was like a little bit out of sync. So when he got concussed or whatever the fuck happened, I knew it was like, it was just coming, because his passes were kind of off just before he got. Anyway, I'll let you go, Reason. Sorry about that. Sorry, Reason.
Yeah, bro, I want to get out of here. I've been streaming for like 4.5 hours, 5 hours almost.
Yeah.
All right.
My bad.
I'll be back tomorrow night. We'll recap and review the game because the grades will be out and next gen stats and everything like that. And we'll obviously have more updates on to his injury and his status tomorrow night. So I'll be live tomorrow. around 7:30, 8 o'clock. Look for me. All right, guys. So until next time, everyone, stay happy, healthy, safe, and blessed. Fins up all day, every day. And 3-1. Listen, EM's right. At the end of the day, if you would have told us, listen, it's not perfect because Tua's out, but if you would have been offered 3-1 out of the first 4 games, that's a big W. So let's keep it going. All right, we can beat the Jets. 10 days to get right. So see y'all tomorrow night. Fins up, baby.
Salute to everybody. Y'all be safe out there.
Pray for Tua.